All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Today is June 4th, and pinstripes were back on the menu. The Yankees were back in the Bronx to take on the Twins after a great West Coast trip. Luis Gil on the mound, trying to continue his great start to the season. My recap, your reactions, coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet OddsJam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260-plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. OddsJam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with OddsJam. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. And welcome back to the Yankees, who were back in the Bronx tonight. Look, Luis Gil has become appointment viewing. I don't know if they still have it, but NBC used to have this thing in the 90s on Thursdays. It was Friends and Seinfeld, and it was called Must See TV. Luis Gil is Must See TV. If you can't get to the ballpark, he is Must See TV. And by the way, they got him from the Twins, who he pitched against tonight and dominated tonight. Over the years, the Yankees have had a lot of great pitchers. Guys who you just prefer not to miss their start if it can be avoided. Mike Mussina, Andy Pettitte, David Cone, David Wells. El Duque was great. Early on, El Duque was appointment TV because he was so unique. Masahiro Tanaka, when he first got to the Yankees and began 11-1 with a 1.99 ERA, he was appointment TV. Garrett Cole last year in his Cy Young season. Outstanding every night. He was appointment TV. Roger Clemens in 2001, when he began 20-1, was appointment TV. And now, Luis Gil is the latest. His stuff is so electric, so above and beyond what you see from everybody else. I don't care what you've got going on. Bowling league? Skip it. Softball game? Not going to make it, guys. Wife's having a baby? I'll see you after the game, honey. Another dominating outing from Luis Gil. And look, it seems like every time he pitches, you look up at the box score in the 5th or 6th inning, and he's only got one hit allowed. It's incredible how difficult this guy is to square up. He has now thrown 69 1/3 innings and has allowed just 30 hits. That, my friends, is fucking ridiculous. He has now thrown 7 consecutive outings with at least 6 innings pitched and either 1 or 0 runs allowed. That's the longest streak in the history of the New York Yankees. I feel like Chris Tucker right now. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The best in the history of the franchise. And by the way, that is 6 wins in a row.
We're going freaking!
For the Yankees.
Wow, winning.
Luis Gil was 6-0 in June. In May. He is now 1-0 in June. And I am pumped, baby. I am pumped! What's that line from The Big Short? I'm jacked to the tits! That's how I feel right now. But he's just amazing. And he's getting some help at the top of the rotation pretty soon. Garrett Cole pitched tonight for Double-A Somerset. They're going to air the game again tomorrow on Yes at noon. He went 3 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Fastball was 96 to 97 miles an hour. Most importantly, though, he was pain-free. He threw 45 pitches, so next time out, he's probably going to throw 60. And then maybe, when he gets to that point where he can throw 75 pitches, if they feel like the stuff is back, and believe me, they're going to have all the Edgertronic cameras and all that, they're going to know exactly what his stuff is. If they feel he can give them 75 pitches of regular Garrett Cole, he'll be back. And that would be Boston, I believe, June 14th, maybe June 15th. But, hey, reminder to like and subscribe. We just hit 39,000, about 39,150 so far. We're on a mission to get to 40K. When we get there, we're going to give away some Yankees tickets. So you want to be part of that. And by the way, call in to the voicemail for tomorrow's voicemail show. We do a voicemail show on weekdays after the games. 718-899-1068. Make it a good one. Let's recap.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
So, Yankees were facing a pretty tough pitcher, themselves. I mean, Bailey Ober, he doesn't have great numbers, but he's 6'9". So he's just a little bit shorter than Randy Johnson. He's 2 inches taller than Aaron Judge. That tells you how big he is. And that can make it tough on hitters because it feels like they're releasing the ball right on top of you. And the Yankees, just credit to them, they had a good game plan once again. Juan Soto drew a walk in the first inning, 41st walk of the season. He walked a couple of times tonight. He's actually led the National League in walks 3 years in a row, but he is second to Aaron Judge this year, so that streak might end. Aaron Judge has 49 after tonight. Yankees jumped out to an early lead with a home run off the bat of Gleyber Torres.
Track wall. See ya.
Gleyber Torres
right.
has gone yard again.
It's Gleyber Day.
5th home run of the season. He had a decent May. Much better second half of May than first half. Off to a decent start in June offensively. And you want to get hits early in the month because commentators and reporters and stuff will always bring up the stats for that month. Like, oh, he's hitting 310 in August or whatever. They'll bring up those numbers. So if he gets off to a good start in a month, that'll positively reinforce him every time he hears about, how he's doing. Oh, he's hitting 320 in June. So, hey, credit to him. He's turning his season around slowly but surely. In the bottom of the third inning, DJ LeMahieu walked, and then Volpe ripped an opposite field single to extend his on-base streak to 30 games. Exactly what you want out of a leadoff guy. And I think that he's probably going to be the Yankees' leadoff guy for at least the next 10 years. I mean, just seeing how he plays, he's been incredible. Judge followed up with a 2-run double. He has got 19 doubles. That made it 3-0. He leads the league in doubles this year and home runs, which is nuts. I mean, he doesn't usually hit a lot of doubles because most of the time when he hits the ball well, it ends up 15 rows deep. But he's finding gaps. He's hitting one-hoppers off the wall. He's ripping the ball down the line. Tonight, a bloop double. So, obviously he's just having another MVP caliber season. I have to say right now he's probably the favorite. Also, that gave him 30 games on base in a row as well. And they said on the broadcast that was the first time that teammates have had simultaneous 30-game on-base streaks since Rafael Furcal and Andrew Jones on the 03 Braves. First Yankees since Red Rolfe and Charlie Keller in 1939. That is 85 years for the uninitiated. Red Rolfe. You don't meet a lot of guys named Red anymore, unless you're in Shawshank Prison. By the way, that 39 Yankees team, pretty good. We know that Judge can hit home runs, but I can't believe how many doubles he's hitting. You wonder if it's a statistical anomaly or if it's going to be the new normal. He also had a single and his league-leading 49th walk. All right, let's talk about the man of the hour, Mr. Luis Gil. Pitcher of the month and rookie of the month in May, and June is off to a pretty good start. 6 innings of one-hit shutout baseball again tonight. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. They took him out after 88 pitches, so instead of an innings limit, it looks like they're going to have, some outings where they get him out with, less pitches than his max. That was the same number of pitches that David Cone threw in his perfect game, by the way. If Luis Gil can develop the kind of command that David Cone had, Gil may never allow a base runner again. Dude was insane tonight, and he's so difficult to hit. I mentioned this earlier before there was 800 people or whatever there are online, but he has 69 in the third innings pitched and just 30 hits allowed. That is ridiculous. Fastball topped out at 98.8 to 90 at 10, swings and misses. Changeup was in Bugs Bunny mode. I'm not kidding. He might have the hardest changeup I've ever seen. One of them was 94 miles an hour tonight. On the season now, you see his highlights from all year long. 8-1. He's made 12 starts. ERA is microscopic, 1.82, basically a run every 5 innings. 69 in the third innings pitched, 85 strikeouts, 34 walks, and probably one Rookie of the Year award incoming. I said last time that he pitched that if you start the game with a 2.11 ERA and it goes down, you had a pretty damn good day and you're having a pretty damn good season. And guess what? He did it again. He began at 1.99 tonight and it went down to 1.82. Hell of a nice performance from Luis Hill. Retro Tony says he schooled Carlos Correa. Correa struck out 4 times tonight. Poor guy. Twins got a run on a home run by Royce Lewis. Easy for me to say. Against Tommy Kahnle in the 7th. First run that Kahnle has allowed since he's come back from the injured list. Royce Lewis is a good player, too. I mean, he's probably going to hurt the Yankees again in this series. Just came back. He's a damn good player. Bottom 8, Yankees extended their lead. Single by Judge, and then a boom from Mr. Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton rips one out.
Nice Stantonian blast.
Giancarlo Stanton hits it out.
Truly Stantonian, 420 feet into the second deck in left field. You don't see many people who can do that. 15th home run of the season for Stanton. And now the Yankees have 3 players with 15 or more home runs. Judge has 21. Juan Soto has 17 after his 2 home runs in San Francisco on Sunday. And now Stanton has 15. So, hell of a job by the lineup. Murderer's row right now. Luke Weaver shut things down in the 9th. They were going to give Holmes the night off anyway, but the Stanton home run allowed them to give Holmes an extra night off to kind of, straighten things out a little bit. He's been throwing a lot. He pitched on Sunday. He's been throwing a lot of pitches, and hopefully his health is okay. I guess we'll find out. But the Yankees hang on to win number 6 in a row.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
Jack Amir says Luke Weaver is a godsend, underrated addition to the bullpen. How did they find this guy and transform him into a valuable asset? He pitched a little bit last year, but I remember him being like mostly 91 to 94. But we've seen him touch 97 out of the pen. So, hey, great pickup by Cashman and his people. I'm still reading that book, The Yankee Way by Andy Martino. I'm up to, I want to say chapter 27, where they're talking about Didi Gregorius and just kind of like how they use analytics to find guys. It's pretty interesting. There's a great piece in there about A.J. Burnett and Jorge Posada and why they decided to use Molina as the personal catcher for A.J. Burnett back in 2009. And it was because Posada was flinching upwards, expecting Burnett to be wild, and that causes the umpire to flinch upwards. So Posada wasn't getting as many strikes as Molina. Just a phenomenal book. You got to check it out. But I'm hoping there'll be more stuff like that as we get into the final couple of chapters. Anyway, Belt, no mystery tonight, Mr. Luis Hill. Orioles, by the way, winning again. See if I can get the score. They are up 10-1 in the bottom of the 9th over the Blue Jays. Man, the Blue Jays, they are just awful. They're just bad. They are 28-31, about to be 28-32. And you're hearing a lot of chatter about whether or not they'll trade Vladimir Guerrero, whether or not they'll trade Bo Bichette, who's, by the way, having an awful season. Bo Bichette, you remember when he used to just kill the Yankees? I think he walked the Yankees off about 4 or 5 times. But he just having a miserable year. I think his OPS headed in tonight was 0.82. I looked it up today. So we're going to take a look at the box score and all that good stuff. Congrats to Luis Hill. That is his 7th belt. We're going to have, at some point over the next few days, I'm going to put up standings of the belts. We've had a lot of people ask about them. Frankie Baseball keeps track of all of them, but now that we're like 60 games in or whatever, figure we can take a look. I know that Juan Soto is first. I think he's got 11, and Luis Hill has 7. Judge has like 4 or 5, I think. Judge has 5. Cabrera and Rodon have 4. Rizzo has 3. Volpe, Schmidt, and Stanton all have 2. and then a bunch of guys have 1. So that's where we're at right now. But, all right, let's take a look at the box score here, and we'll also take a look at the Savant game feed. So Yankees picked up 6 hits tonight. Twins only had 2 hits, the home run in the 7th inning, and then there was 1 hit off of Luis Gil. Volpe had a base hit, Judge had 2 hits, Stanton with the home run, Torres with a home run, and Trevino had a base hit. LeMahieu took the collar tonight. He's hitting 200 with a 533 OPS since coming back. You want him to get going offensively at some point in the near future. Gil, obviously, we talked all about him. His whip, 0.92, so less than a hit and walk per inning. It's walks and hits per innings pitched. Very important stat. The other day when I was doing my top 10 trades video, I said, I think I was just riffing, and I said whip was hits per inning, but it's hits and walks per inning. Hamilton looked good tonight using the fastball, and Weaver, ERA down to 2.70. Let's take a look at the Savant numbers tonight. You see Luis Gil with 10 swings and misses, and you see he was lighting up the radar gun, but so was Hamilton. Hamilton was at 97.6. Gil topped out 98.8. He only threw 1 pitch over 97 miles an hour, or over 98 miles an hour. He had a couple in the 97s. Top distance was the Royce Lewis home run, 428 feet. Stanton was at 420. Stanton's was hit harder, barely at 104 or 110.4 to 110.1. And then Volpe, one of the ones that he hit was an out to the warning track, 358. It went farther than Gleyber Torres' home run. So good night for the Yanks. Good night for the Yanks. Let's take a few comments here. Jairus McClure says, seems like DJ is going to be a nice addition. Needs more time at first. I think he will get some more time at first because they're going to want to get Cabrera's bat in there from time to time. He's got a lot of ribbies. I know he hasn't, put up huge numbers, but he was doing pretty well overall. He had some big hits for the Yankees. And also, Rizzo has not been great, so they're going to want to give him some time off. Frankie posting the belt winner leaderboard for those of you who missed out and couldn't keep track of that. Joe Bagg says Matt Blake for president of the world.
Absolutely, hey.
JD thinks that Don Mattingly will be the Jays' new manager. John Snyder is their manager right now. I've never been impressed with him at all. Steve O says Gil is on pace for 21 wins if he were allowed to pitch the full season. Look, wins are not the greatest stat anymore because, the managers don't seem to care. So a lot of times they'll pull guys, 1 out from a win or whatever these days. But if you can win a lot of games in today's game, and I'm saying game a lot, then that says you pitch deep into games. And he's going like 6 innings pretty much every time now. And you remember that used to be an issue for him. So the save situation says JK for Gil. We win that trade. Absolutely, baby.
I'll be over here winning.
Frankie Baseball says, is Gil going to win the Cy Young? Really depends on how much they let him pitch. I mean, I can't see him throwing 180 innings. But, if he goes 15-1 before they have to slow him down with a 1.8 ERA, you can still win it that way. We've had relievers win. So I think it could happen. We'll see. But I think he's very much the favorite for Rookie of the Year. All right, let's take a few more, wrap it up.
I gotta get out of here!
The save situation says seeing Mattingly in anything other than a Yankees uniform should be illegal. Reminder to like and subscribe. All that. We're closing in on 40,000 subscribers. We're at 39,100 and something. I'll give you the up-to-date numbers. We had 39,150 when we started this podcast tonight. We're at 1,051. So we've gained 1. But like and subscribe, and it'll help us get in front of more Yankees fans, and more people will like, and more people will subscribe, and we'll continue to expand outward into the cosmos. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Luis Gil. Hell of a job. You can also get this on all your favorite podcast platforms. As soon as the game's over, I convert it to audio, all that stuff. So tune in tomorrow. Dodgers series coming up. That's going to be must watch. We're going to do at least one watch party. We might do two. We might do one on Sunday. Going to do one on Friday for sure with Yamamoto. I think it's probably going to be just me, although we might have somebody else. We'll see. And then we're also going to do the postgame. So don't worry about that. All right, that's it for me. I'll catch you next time.